How's it going? Going? That good or bad? Yeah. SOL. Yeah, that's kind of appropriately named. All right, let's go ahead and get some warm-up shots or some pre-shots. Let's see what you got. Whoops. Before you do, let me move. That'll do it. So, what issues were you having on Saturday? What happened? Junior Gold. Okay. Go ahead and shoot this spare. I just want to see how you normally would shoot. But what I want you to do when you're shooting them, I just want you to just roll it. Okay. Don't try to. What some people try to do is they try to just throw it at the pin. Just still execute. Still be smooth. Okay. You didn't throw your first ball like that one. No, but you rolled that one pretty good. That was kind of nice and relaxed. On your spare shooting, you should be nice and relaxed. You really should. That'll make you more accurate on your spares. How'd that one feel? Huh? What was the matter with it?
It didn't feel right.
Okay.
But no. No.
Okay. Did it feel like you didn't hit it? You feel leaned over? What did you feel? Huh? Okay. Keep going. Go ahead and shoot this spare. Let me look. Stuff like that. Yeah. Understood. You see how you almost look unrelaxed on that, where everything's kind of really elongated, just kind of see how you kind of stretched out. You're not really, what you really need to do is make sure slide in, but you got to really kind of compress yourself. Just kind of let the ball roll. A lot of times, and I had the same problem. I used to be a really, really bad shooter, spare shooter. I'm not the best right now, but I mean, I don't bowl. But At some one point in time, I got a lot better because I made sure that when I was getting to the line, I was getting the line smooth, and I didn't overreach. A lot of times when you overreach, you may pull the ball left or right, and when I see you miss spares, you don't miss by much. Like if you have like combo spares, you may get two and leave one, and then so you're missing by just a little bit instead of just sitting there hitting your target, rolling the ball so you can hit your spares. Okay, go ahead and throw a couple more. So on your strike shot, don't overreach. Let that ball roll off your hand. I like that one a lot. Now, let's just for kicks, because you're so long, okay, see how everything's kind of straight there? See if you can bend that trail leg just a little bit, just to keep the leg on the floor. Yeah, just kind of, instead of being like this, just kind of be slightly bent. Just slightly bent. See how it's really long? And you notice you're actually leaning forward. Let's see if we can try to get your midsection, push it forward. So instead of being here over your knee, you're almost like behind it. Because I think that time, sometimes you get so much acceleration there where your ball blows straight through the break point sometimes. And then sometimes you hit up on it and the ball hooks too soon. So if we can just get you the line and roll the ball off your hand at the bottom of the swing, your break point's not going to fluctuate that much. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Not too bad. Let me see you do the one step. Let me see. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Okay. Let me see that again. Uh, yeah, that was kind of weird. See, a lot of times you have a tendency to kind of put it out here. What you really want to do is try to get it in here. So when you do your one step, slide in and try to get your turning here. Not here. Get it right in here. Okay. And then try to keep your knee kind of bent. Just kind of push this right up in here. So you can actually just, okay. It's going to feel really awkward at first. Because what you really want to do is get it here, and then you can kind of drag your fingers through it. Yeah, sort of like that. Feels weird, but if you do that for about 4 or 5 balls, okay, go ahead and move right and see if you can get that, pitch that ball out so that you can see if it comes back. So this is really what I'm talking about here. So it gets into the zone here, and it's starting to come off. Believe it or not, it's starting to come off your thumb. So that by the time it reaches the bottom of the swing, it allows your fingers to get around it. Okay? And what that does, it in essence slows down your ball speed just a touch, and allows your hand to almost stay in the ball a little bit longer at the bottom of the swing. Thumb out. The time between your thumb and fingers releasing really determines how much your ball's going to hook. So as long as I don't really kind of zoom through it, if I can get here and just kind of push my thumb forward, that ball starts to slip off. And then all of a sudden at the bottom of the swing, my fingers will get here. It's going to actually snap the ball. And it's not going to add any extra forward motion. See, the problem is a lot of times when you're really strong, you hook it, but then it pushes the ball too far down lane before it has a chance to hook. Where what you want to do is really kind of slide and wait for the ball. The top of your swing and your slide is going to send that ball down lane far enough. So if you can just sit there and just wait for the ball, let that ball roll off your hand like that, a little bit smoother actually, but you're gonna allow the ball to read a lot cleaner through the front part of the lane. Where a lot of times you have trouble, the ball breaks here, breaks here, breaks here. By smoothing that out, you can get a true read through the front part of the lane. You understand what that is? Okay. So you want to make sure that you're hitting right here in the bottom of the swing, just kind of rolling here, so that you can get as much turn on the ball as possible. What is that ball?
It's a Thunderbolt. Yeah.
Is that a new ball or?
This ball's older than my mom.
Huh?
This ball's older than my mom.
Okay, I was like, that's.
It came out in like 1989, I think.
Okay. I was like, that's not a resin ball. That's my time. Okay. Huh? Yeah, it wasn't one of your better ones. See, the good thing, so see where you are here? Your head is starting to stay a little bit more steady. As you see the ball come down, this is what we're trying to get rid of. As the ball comes down, I want you to look at your head. It actually drops like this, where if you can keep it, watch. See how that drops? It's here, then all of a sudden it kind of drops because you're going this way. If you can sit there instead of doing this, let the ball drop on its own, keep your head steady, you're going to get more leverage. Okay? That's really the reason why you have trouble with your break point, because everything drops down, makes you lean over. So this time I want you to just go into your regular approach. Okay? Now, can you at least feel a little bit more on your fingers on the one step? Can you feel it more on your hand? Yeah. That's the feeling that we're trying to get when you're sliding in and rolling the ball off your hand. You got to feel it. Otherwise, if your swing goes too fast, that ball gets off your hand too quick. Okay? See, that's the back end motion that I'm expecting. I'm expecting to really, really snap back. See how the ball's blurring up a little bit more? It's kind of, as it spins faster, it starts to blur. And the overall pace is a little bit smoother. You know, you don't have this acceleration this way. So go ahead and do that again. How'd that feel? I thought everything was really smooth. This is really the picture I'm kind of trying to get. And the thing is, even though your leg is straight, it doesn't look as rigid, I guess would be the word. It doesn't look as rigid as it normally does. I just think that's a lot easier to reproduce. And it also, what happens is the more tension in your swing, the harder it is to reproduce. That ball was so good it knocked him down.
Got scared.
Yeah, they got scared. They said he's throwing that ball again. What is that? A havoc or haywire? Is that a real hook and ball or? That's your most hook and ball?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
I know which one hooks more than the other, but this one's pretty new.
Okay. Okay. Did you feel the difference on that one? Huh? Yeah, yeah. See how you're a little bit more, and that ball released a little bit further out on the lane. So everything kind of collapsed a little bit early. You know, just slide and let everything happen. You gotta let everything happen. But you see the difference in the reaction. The ball doesn't get the skid that it normally does. Did you feel that one get out on the lane a little bit? Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it's not going to allow the ball to hook up. Do you feel any tension in your push away, or you just kind of let it drop? What do you usually do? Okay. Okay. Keep going. How did that feel? I kind of like that. I mean, see how it right there at the bottom of the swing? I mean, you let go of it later, but I thought overall it wasn't bad. And there wasn't a lot of as much. There wasn't a lot of movement up here, which I kind of like. There's a slight dip, but I mean, overall though, it's not, like a. Well, there wasn't a lot of rocking back and forth. Your head kind of stayed steady. It dropped down a little bit at the end, but it's still, if you look at it, it's almost like it dropped down, but it was more of a this instead of a. So it's a little smoother. I can almost accept that, where you just be a little bit smoother this way. Then I think that's more controllable. So go ahead and do that again. Because even though you let go of it late, the ball still got out and still made a move. Okay, go 2-1 right. Because I actually like those. It's hard to explain. Even though your release point was a little bit different, I just think it's a little bit more consistent, approach to the line. It's all about trying to get the best possible body positioning that you can. Just realize that it's not going to be perfect every time. So that's why we really want to get it more consistent. Okay. See, that one, to me, it looked like a little bit more, little acceleration here. And I don't know. Let's try a couple of things. Something about, keep going. Something about the, yeah, go ahead. This time, I don't want you to let it get locked. I just want it to, if anything, drop down from here. I don't want it this far away. I just want it here. Just kind of, okay? Don't let it lock. It's going to feel slightly odd. It's going to feel really strange. You're going to feel like, you're probably going to feel like you're out of control. Yeah. But you saw the ball path, what it's going to be, kind of look like. Yeah, do that. Do that a couple more times. Just remember, from the top of the swing, just let it drop. See, your swing is so straight. All we have to do is free fall from the top of the swing, and then you're gonna create a lot of rotation. So you don't make sure you're not pulling it down. You have to get to the top and just let it drop. Did that hurt your knee? Did I hurt your knee? Oh, okay. I just made you win like that. I was like, how did that feel? How did that feel? It hit pretty strong. A lot stronger than I thought it would. It hit stronger than I thought it would. One thing I do notice, like when you take that first step, your knee doesn't bend. Your knee's not bent. It actually, like when you start with this leg, right? Yeah. So it's almost like you're straightening. You know, keep them slightly bent. Okay. It's almost like you're just keep them slightly bent, and make sure you keep your weight distributed over that front leg. So as I go here, distribute the weight there, and then so I go to here, then distribute the weight. You know, always stay above your front leg. So as you shift this leg in front, now this leg has to carry the weight. But I noticed, I mean, your knee was almost straight on that first one. How strange did that feel? Huh?
On a scale from 1 to 10, 50.
Yeah. You was behind. Late? You late get into the line? That's good. Power bowlers, you know, they actually have a little bit later timing. Power bowlers. You know, they kind of almost come to a complete stop before the ball really kind of gets there. Actually, I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. I mean, if we can get it up a little bit, eventually that would be good. But overall, I kind of like that one. Try to do that again. Go a little bit smoother. Oh, yeah? Okay, do that again. Do that again. See if you can feed the ball a little bit further left. You have something that's pearl? Yeah, let's roll that one. See, I like the way it's rolling. This one has a little surface. It may not be storing enough. Why are you doing one-handed? How'd that feel?
Like off my thumb.
I shouldn't even have to ask, should I? I shouldn't have to ask on that. I thought I'd go ahead, you know. Yeah, let's try not to drop this one.
That looks so awkward.
Wow.
The entire thing.
Don't. See, there's a certain feeling I'm trying to get to, and they may all look the same to you, but there's a transition in how you're releasing the ball. Try to parallel left too. Let's get that ball into some friction. Huh? Yeah, I didn't think. How far did you miss? How far did you miss?
Couple boards, 2 or 3.
Ball got off your hand way too quick. Just remember, try to rotate that ball behind your calf. Make sure. Ugh. Make sure you don't bend over at the waist, though. I mean, a lot of times when you start banging on the ground like that, you're probably leaning over. Just try to, and once you get to your sight set, what some people do is they kind of, it's almost like there's like a mug on their head with water. Just kind of, just try to keep your head steady. That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me they do. So. That's better. Did you like that or no? I kind of like that one. If I look hard enough, you can find something wrong. You know, there's always something that you're going to... But what you have to do is overall, you know, how did it look? So everything here from start to finish, I thought was smooth. You know, and if we can just get that, you know, then you can start getting used to something that's going to be a little bit more consistent. And the more you get used to it, the better you're going to be at it. And it may not feel really comfortable right now, but it will start to feel more and more comfortable. And I really like that shot. I think that's my favorite shot for today. I mean, it really is. Throw it again. Yeah. Well, we're going to switch away from that thing. We're going to switch to another ball soon. I'm going to make you start throwing that like every time. Because you don't like it? What is your favorite ball?
Probably this one or the hybrid.
No, I don't want you to throw that one yet. We're going to go back to that one, but I want you to throw something else that you really like besides that one. Okay. Wait for a little bit more. See if you can feed it to the right or to the left. And keep forgetting the left. It goes against my sensibility. That's the path I'm looking for. Yeah, out there. That's where I want to be. Now try the same place. Try to slow your swing speed down just a touch. Everything else stays the same. We're going to just try to get the ball to read a little bit quicker. There. The biggest thing we're going to have, it's going to be hard for you to get out of, is really kind of, your follow through is just so strong. And for most people, that would be a good thing. But for you, it takes that break point and just shoves it straight down there. You know, it just so try to nice and easy. Just try to roll that ball nice and easy. Don't worry about the long fall through. Because really, instead of this, you want to be more. Okay. Did that ball just hook, or did you miss your mark? That's what I want to hear. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. It's that little thing. My instincts tell me that right there at the bottom, it's just much better off your hand. So go 2-1 right.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can I pick this up?
Hurry up.
Have fun, kid.
Really? You're not even gonna come close?
What?
You just wasted my hard drive space. My
Hey, kid.
grandson.
Your grandparents are the ones that buy you everything. Gotta be nice to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ford Mead, I think, smart. Ford
Huh?
Mead.
They gotta be nice to me.
Ford Mead, I think.
Didn't want to tell him.
Oh.
He disrespected me earlier.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I wanted him to beg you wrong.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So how do you think you threw that one? Don't even look at, how the ball hit, because actually that one was in a long time, so that ball never got around the corner. But how did it feel getting off your hand?
I don't think I hit my mark.
No, I didn't. I didn't. You probably about 4 boards right. How did it feel off your hand, though?
Not okay.
I thought it was pretty good off your hand, but you probably missed 4 or 5 right.
Well, that's how much I drew. 5 boards.
Yeah, that's another issue. We'll work on that eventually.
It's come natural now.
Well, as long as it's consistent, and as long as you're going away from your swing. If you're sliding into your swing, that's when it comes a problem. Okay. Now I think it's time to move to that ball. Yes. But you have to throw it the same way. Throw it the same way. I didn't say shot put. Okay, roll it. Okay? Sis. There we go. Man. Keep going. We're gonna make you throw the same spot 3 times in a row. We'll see what you got. How'd that feel? Yeah, I agree. Do it again. Okay, again. You got that one right, didn't you? Or left. I meant left. Right? You got that out, right? Or maybe right. Yeah, I got out there. Still, you rolled it. You rolled it well. If you look, even though the ball placement's different, obviously. See, that was more laid more inside, so the ball's kind of hold a little bit better. And then the one before that. But if you take away, you know, the pin, what pins you hit, and look just on your execution, they're similar. Or a lot of times you're not similar. You know, it's more this one you overreach, this one you kind of, you know, what I'm looking for is consistency getting to the line. Go ahead and throw it again. So even though that last one overhooked, you still got to the line the same way. That's what I'm worried about. I like that as soon as it left your hand. I did. But can you see what I'm talking about? The consistency that I'm starting to see. Yeah, just right there at the bottom and actually getting to the line. You know, if you take away everything that's beyond the foul line, and you look at how you're getting to the foul line and how the ball is entering the zone, you know, that turn zone, everything is more consistent. Yep. So pretty much the ball path is staying the same. You just may miss left or right. This is what I was trying to get to today. This is all I wanted to see. Well, yeah, that too. Well, yeah, that helps. But just being more consistent getting to the line and actually rolling the ball off the hand. The big thing is make sure you're not overreaching. You know, allow that ball to roll off your hand at the bottom of the swing. Where your follow through sometimes hurts you. It's a great follow through, but sometimes because you're so long, your arms are so long, it kind of takes you through the zone so quick. Keep going. When you stop striking, then you're done. That does not mean.
You do it every time, and every time it happens, I go straight.
I'm just saying, one of these days you're going to prove me wrong.
Every time.
Throw one more. You cheated.
How did I cheat?
I don't know. That's my story.
You jinx me. It happens.
I don't have that power.
It's okay. My teachers jinx me too. Every time I think I'm going to do fine as well, they're like, "I believe in you. I know you can pass." My chemistry teacher told me that yesterday when I stayed after school. I get to the SOL and I don't even know what 1 plus 1 is.
Okay, this time I'm saying, I don't think you're going to get it. How about that?
I just don't think I'm going to get it.
I'm trying reverse psychology. You forgot to let go of it. All right, throw another one, see what happens. I'm not going to say anything. Actually, that wasn't too bad. All right, fine. All right, fine. Leslie, who's next? Brooke? Huh? Okay. Yeah, how does it look? I agree. Huh? The hit was ugly, but you still rolled the ball pretty good. Better than that one you struck on. I mean, you know, the one before. All right, keep going. I'm not saying anything. Every time I say, I mean, he can't handle the pressure. He's not a pressure player. Keep going. Brooke, warm up. Get off my lane. Get off my lane. No, I'm kidding.